For the first time in 146 years, it has not snowed in Chicago during the months of January and February, or all the snowflakes were shot before they reached the ground. Well, a new report ranks the New York City subway system as the best in the country. This was according to Masturbating Hobo Monthly. The Association of British Scrabble Players has banned a star player for 3 years after he was caught cheating. In response, the player has released this statement. A Massachusetts couple whose son was born during the Super Bowl has named him Brady, while an Atlanta couple whose son was born during the Super Bowl has named him Son of a Bitch. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos claims he was blackmailed by the publisher of the National Enquirer, which he said threatened to publish semi-nude selfies of him. And if you're curious about what Bezos' penis looks like, here's an exclusive preview. The makers of Pokemon Go are now developing a similar game based on the world of Harry Potter. The game will be called Harry Potter and the Kids Who Wandered into Oncoming Traffic. I swear to God, when I clicked on this story and the page was loading, I thought the top of Jeff Bezos' head was the top of his penis. Dick's Sporting Goods is opening a new experiential store with a rock climbing wall, sports fields, and an indoor wellness space. Unfortunately, they're calling it Hands-on Dick's. A family in Australia has discovered what is believed to be the world's oldest message in a bottle, which was thrown into the sea over 130 years ago by a then middle-aged Bernie Sanders. Researchers in Hong Kong are reporting the first ever case of a human contracting rat hepatitis. Worse, now that guy has to call and inform every rat he's ever slept with. It was reported that Jennifer Lopez is now dating Alex Rodriguez. J-Lo and A-Rod go by the cool celebrity couple name of, you guessed it, Alenafix Lodripez. For the second year in a row, the happiest city in the country is Naples, Florida, while the least happy city is once again Puppy Funeral, Minnesota. The house where Lizzie bored and murdered her parents has been sold for $2 million and will be turned into a bed and breakfast. Though a bed and breakfast where a murder happened is pretty much just a day's in. President Trump began his speech with his tie crooked in his jacket, while Mike Pence's tie was so straight it makes me suspicious. LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling was banned for life this week by the NBA for making a series of racist remarks, after which I'm guessing he made a few more. A woman in Chicago was scammed out of more than $11,000 by a Bruce Springsteen impersonator she met online. Now, these scams can be tricky, but one way to tell that someone is not the real Bruce Springsteen is that he asks to borrow $11,000. Apple has announced that it will add hundreds of new emojis to its iOS system, including a person at a spa, a vomiting face, and a shushing finger, finally giving emoji fans the ability to describe what it was like to work for Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein, who's been accused of multiple counts of sexual assault, is reportedly going to Europe for sex rehab. Somehow, I don't think that's going to help anybody. He doesn't need sex rehab. He needs a specialized facility where there are no women, no contact with the outside world, metal bars, and it's a prison. How is no one keeping track of how many guns people own? There is a real law in Texas that says it's illegal to own more than 6 dildos. And I get why. No one needs that many. If you have more than 6 dildos, it's a clear sign you are training for something awful. A new investigation has revealed that Subway's chicken contains only about 50% chicken DNA. Though that's pretty much best case scenario for a DNA swab at Subway.
That's a harsh joke, Colin.
A man in China accidentally unearthed a 700-year-old figurine after he pulled over to the side of the road to relieve himself and discovered he was urinating on the object. It's a story the man loves to tell most when people are holding the figurine. And well, we're still 5 weeks away from Easter, but earlier tonight, a man came back from the dead. A British songwriter is suing U2, claiming that the band stole one of his songs. Though I don't like the songwriter's chances because his lawyer is working pro bono.
He insisted on telling that.
Military officials have announced that they will increase missions to train, advise, and assist troops in the African nation of Niger. The focus on Niger is viewed as a direct challenge to President Trump's autocorrect. It was reported that Yahoo and AOL will combine to form a new company because no one wants to die alone. The co-founder of the Waffle House passed away this week at the age of 97. He died the way so many Waffle House patrons have, a knife fight in the parking lot. Vice President Joe Biden revealed this week he uses Men's Clinique to keep his skin smooth, while John Boehner revealed he uses Weather Beater deck stain.
No matter how loud I scream and shout, no one can save me now. Commanding fear and doubt inside my mind. Inside my mind.
Democrats are now calling for Northam to resign, but the second in line is embroiled in now 2 sexual assault scandals, and the third in line also did blackface. So at this point, maybe Virginia should take a cue from the Oscars and just go without a governor this year. You know? Or they could just come full circle and make it Governor Kevin Hart. I don't know if you guys were following the news today, but a space rocket that was spinning out of control just minutes ago crashed into the ocean. And for once, we know it's not Elon's fault. A lot of people have been wondering, why is he hosting our show? And now we know it's because he needed an alibi. Officials in England say that over $60 million worth of cocaine washed up on a beach. For reference, here's what $60 million worth of washed up cocaine looks like. And Hillary Clinton has announced that she's starting a podcast. And, okay, now I do think we should lock her up. An American woman set a new record by visiting every country in the world in 19 months. And after all that travel, she found the one thing that had been inside her all along: Zika.